Evening, everybody. It's 5:40 on Monday evening, and this is your closing comment. It is video number 1428. Okay, today was really kind of interesting. I kind of figured there'd be the follow through, and then, of course, the futures had been negative from the time that they opened yesterday right through this morning's open. And so we had followed through to the downside, and we got to down about 311, I think, and we stopped going down. It was quiet, but we stopped going down. And it looked like we were going to have a little bit of a rally. And personally, I day traded just a couple of out of the money expiring today S&P calls from about 28 cents up to about 70 cents. It was, a quick trade and not a big deal, but things really started to act better when the oil started to act better, and clearly energies were the leaders today. So we went down to 311. We came all the way back to a hair of unchanged. Then we moved back down again, made a new low on the day, and then rallied back and actually got over. We got to the upside for a nanosecond in all of the indexes. And that was, I think, a little after 3, and then we just started to deteriorate. So the Dow closed down about 184 or 6.67%, as did the S&P, also down 2705 or 0.67. The real weakness was in the chips, and so the Nasdaq closed down 124. That was the big, actually, it was almost the big loser of the day by a tenth of a percent. The transports closed down 147.51, and that was 1.03 versus 1.02 for the Nasdaq. The Russell was down 1689. That was 0.9%. The VIX was up another 65 cents, but that's just to 26.21, so not a lot of action there. But the chart on the screen is the oil. And I told you when it was going to cross here, and it did. And from that point up, we came down and tested that 20-day moving average, bounced off it, closed slightly higher on a short range day on Friday. Today it was trading as much as down almost $1, but at the end of the day, it finished up almost $4, $3.95. And that was a really nice move. I mean, we're talking about 4% on the oil now. We raced right up to this 20-day MA, but we also pierced the 200-day MA. So I'm thinking, 100 ought to be a little bit of trouble between, let's say, 100 and 102. But, this is the first time we've tried to bottom. This may be a little head and shoulders bottom here, left side, head, right side, and we could come out, but we've already broken the neckline. So that's pretty impressive. Other commodities, we had the gold down $0.10, which is pretty impressive because first thing this morning it was down about $18. I'll show you what that looked like. We were down here, made a new recent low, not as low as the one from the end of July, but clearly for this month, the lowest price had been 1740 spot 20, and the close there had been 1748 spot 4. Today we made that lower low by $9, 1731, but we came back up and closed slightly higher. What did I say? This was 4804, 4840, and this one is 4970. So, we'll see if we get a bounce. The silver was lower, Bitcoin was lower, the dollar was slightly higher. It actually traded at a new recovery high at 109.45, but settled back down and closed up only 4 cents at 108.79. The bonds were down a shade over a dollar, and that gas was up only minorly. I think 6 or 7 cents, but we'll take a look at that. And what we have is big range day closing right in the middle and up on the day. So we came back in and have tested again this $9 area that you could draw a line across it and see. So I'm not happy about the rolling over of the 5 day, but it's done that before, as it's worked off overbought, and I'm not changing my attitude about the fact that this is a $13 or $14 commodity. Okay, I know that I don't trade or really follow any of the Chinese stocks, but Pinduoduo reported this morning and had a really good day. It closed 66.04, and that was up 847 or 14.7%. So it's hard to ignore that. And CTLT, which I mentioned this morning, which actually had not bad numbers but gave really poor guidance. The stock had come down on Friday from a high of about 105 and closed just under 100. Today, even with the good news, it traded only a high of 99.5 and a low of 86.69, closing at 93.20. So it did bounce about a third of the way back, but it did finish down 740 or 7.42%. Clearly, energy was it. Tomorrow before the open, I'll just mention it even though I don't really follow it. Baidu reports pre-open, as does Best Buy. So we'll have to see what those look like. All right, everyone. Hope you had a good day. Have a good